Hi everyone, Lisa here from LC Designs. Welcome to Workshop Wednesday, October 26, 2022. Today we are going to make this cute little backpack. I had made this backpack years ago and I thought, oh, you know what, I need to find that and pull it out. The little gnomes, they just reminded me of carrying a backpack, I don't know. And then inside, I found these little s'mores treats at World Market. So you can put a little s'mores treat, or you could fit anything. You can see there's a lot of room in there. Uh-oh, my thing came unglued, my Velcro tab. I can't really squeeze it too much. But anyway, this is what we're gonna make. And my project sheet has posted, so you'll find it in a post above this one or below this one. And then if you're on YouTube, there's a link to where this project sheet is. The project sheet always has all the measurements, and then it has all the materials that I used. So you can get the information off of here. I kind of make it easy for you, so all you have to do is look up the items if you need to get them. And I appreciate you shopping on my shopping link. And if you have any friends, recommend them to me. Let them know I go live every Wednesday, although today's a pre-recorded video because I'm out of town, I'm out of the country. So let's get started. We're gonna cut our paper, our cardstock. We are using Balmy Blue, and the measurements are 8 1/4 by 11. No, that's not right. Is it? Maybe, yeah, it is. I was thinking of another project. So this is already 11, and this is 8 1/2, so we're actually only cutting a 1/4 inch off of it. I don't know why, I'm confused. I was thinking of another project. And then, so we're gonna score this, and so I'm gonna get my scoring tool. And we are gonna score the long side at 2 inches, 5 1/4, 7 1/4, and 10 1/2. So there's a little 1/2 inch. Now we're gonna rotate it and score the short side at 2 inches, 6 inches, and 7 inches. All right, so that's all the scoring we'll need. I'm gonna need my trimmer again. So we will burnish all these lines. I'll use my bone folder. And this section here is going to be the top, and we're pretty much cutting all of this out in this. We just need this one little section. It's kind of like when you need that piece, you have to cut it all, use all this paper. But it'll be easy. I'm going to use my big scissors and cut, since we're cutting so much out. Let me try and remember. We just need this section. So we'll cut this here and this here, and then all of this. And my suggestion is this section you might be able to use for the straps if you want. You're just gonna have these markings on it, but nobody will ever know really but you. We're gonna cut these at an angle and then cut this tab off. And then we are gonna cut these. I'm gonna cut all these at an angle like so. And like so. Oh, I just want to remind you to share my video. If you share my video, you will be entered in to win the materials to make this little backpack ×2. I usually send two sets so that you can make 2 of them. So don't forget to share my video, and you can share it YouTube as well. And I'm going to round the corners. So if you have a corner rounder, I have this one. You might have our trio punch that has the corner rounder. I messed this up, so snap that off a little bit. And then so here's how our box is gonna go. This will go like this. So before we do, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the designer series paper, and I'm using the Kindest Gnomes, or Storybook Gnomes DSP, and we are gonna cut this at, let's go 3 inches, because it's 3 across, and then we're gonna need 2 inches for one of the pieces for the top, and then it's going to be 3 by 3 3/4 for the front panel. All right, so let me move that aside. So let's flip this around this way, and we're going to put this direction like this. But we're going to go ahead with, where's my corner rounder? We'll round those corners again on this piece. And we will glue it down. This piece. And there's already that score line in there, but that's okay because this paper is just going to bend right along with it once we bend it. Okay, so now we're going to flip it over and see, this is going to be our front. So it's going to go like this. So now we're going to put this piece of designer series paper on it. I already got glue on my finger. I don't know about you guys, but when I get this glue on my fingers, it frustrates me because then everything I touch, it'll stick to it. The other day I was making a bunch of tags, and every time I'd go to put something on it, my finger would stick to it and it would pick whatever up that I needed to stick. All right, so that's it on the DSP. So now we can put some tear and tape on this little section here. Oops, see? I'm sticking to the tape, even though the tape is already sticky. All right, and let me use my Take Your Pick tool. What is your guys' favorite tool, a must-have in your craft room? I think mine is my Take Your Pick tool, because I just need to have it. So here you can put some tear and tape on just one of the flaps. So we'll just put a little piece just to kind of hold it in place. But I need the Take Your Pick tool. I love it, especially the putty side, because I like picking up things with it. So you can just stick that down. If it doesn't stick, then we are gonna flip it over and we're gonna make it stick. We will just stick our hand in there like that, and there it is stuck. So we want this to go to the back, so we will add tear and tape to this side now. Yeah, I like when I have a bunch of, like, I have little things to pick up. I use the putty side and it'll pick my things up, because half of the time I can't grab them with my nails. I don't know. You know that my nails are very brittle because of the medication I take for the breast cancer, and right now I have what is it called, gel on them, and that makes it really hard to pick up. So there's our box, and so this is gonna, you're gonna push it in, and see how we have that score line? We're gonna fold that over, and it's gonna fit like that, just like that. So I have some Velcro dots. I think I've showed you before. I bought this big old bundle at off of Amazon. I wouldn't suggest buying them because I've had more trouble with them. See, they stick, they fall off, they get all over the place, and you probably end up wasting most of them. So I'm gonna just stick this one here, find the other. See, look, they stick to me. You end up wasting more of them. That's why I would not recommend buying this large amount of them. I was doing, I don't know, some project or something, so I needed a bunch of them, but I probably didn't need this many, and they're just, see, you can't even, they don't want to cooperate. The reason I didn't stick it on the other side, because I want to make sure that it's going to match perfectly, because you want this square area. So there, hopefully, I'm going to squeeze that, even though I'm messing my box up a little bit. But there, so don't get all of those pieces. Now I'm going to show you on the straps. I was saying, like, if you don't want to waste this, the straps are actually 1/2 by 5.5, and this is just a little less than 5.5. So let's go 1/2, and let's go another 1/2. And it's funny because these actually might have the score lines that we need in there. Because look, we need to score each end at 1/2. So this is actually already at 1/2. And then we can put a score line at this 1/2. And the only reason I'm having you score these is that way you know where you're going to attach it. And then see, there's this one line in your paper, but it's like you might as well not waste it. So there's that score line. So let's put another score line on this side for the 1/2. And those are just where we're going to attach it in the back. So nobody's really going to notice that score line. I know I used to be very, I don't know, where I wouldn't do something like that. But now I'm more like, I don't want to waste the paper. So I'm just going to use a glue dot. Let me see, there's a glue dot right here. So put them right where the crease or the score marks are. These glue dots are really good sometimes. And they just don't want to come off. And another one. And so for me, I just eyeballed these. It's a backpack. And so I do my first one, and then I'll match up my second one with it. So see, there's a strap. And look, you can put those at the bottom if you want. Oh, look, I got a glue dot on my finger, so we'll use that one. And here's the next one. These glue dots, I always have them stuck to me. So now I'm just gonna eyeball it and pretty much line them up. I could see where the other one is. And then line this one up at the bottom. Oops, didn't stick that one down. And there's our backpack straps. So see how cute? It's a little backpack. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut out our little gnome. And I literally told you guys to use scraps in my in the tutorial and the measurements. And look, these are just scraps that I have laying around that need to be used. So these have some score lines. There must have been something that I was making and messed it up, and this is a scrap. So we'll run this through, but just any scraps you have laying around, go ahead and use them. No sense of, using some good whole sheets of paper. And then with the white, we are gonna need a beard. We are gonna need a nose, and we are gonna need a sentiment. This sentiment die is from the celebration tags. It's the same one set of dies we used last week for the sentiment. A different tag, but from the same sentiments. There's mine, or same die set. I will show you. Let me get this out of the way and I'll show you. It's the celebration tag set where you can make your tags. Last week we used this one. This week we're using this one. But I really like these dies for sentiments and stuff. So now we're gonna put our little gnome together, and we have, here's his feet. I'm gonna turn this over. I got scraps all over the place. And nose and the sentiment. So I'm using the 700 blend, but it's the medium light blends, I think was the combo pack, and I have it on the project sheet. So we're gonna color that in, and I'm gonna color this little nose in. The reason I'm coloring that one is, for whatever reason, if your nose falls off, at least there's still another nose under there. I didn't make my lines very straight. This part at the top's all gonna be covered up, but so I didn't need to make it that messy. We're just gonna add some liquid glue here across. Here's our hat. And see his nose, it mostly gets covered. And then we're gonna add his little feet on the bottom. And the way that this box is, what I do is I line that little opening up with his feet. And the way that this box is, mine thing keeps coming glued. If we stick him straight up, his hat's gonna cover. So we're gonna bend his hat and we're gonna put a little bow on it. So just angle his hat, just like that. And we could use you can put a glue dot under it. I didn't on mine, but let's go ahead and put a glue dot and it'll hold it in place. Just so that he can fit on there and he's not gonna be on the box. And then now we're gonna use a dimensional for his nose. And there's a dimensional. And see that way, in case he loses his nose, he's still got a colored nose underneath. I think I missed part of it here. We'll add some there. And let's see, I got that glue and it keeps sticking to me. So the sentiment, see, everything I touch, it sticks. We're gonna put warm wishes. Now let's hope I could stamp this right without getting my head in there. That looks pretty good. We are gonna tie a linen thread bow, and yes, I dropped my linen thread and it got all over the place. So I have this big ol' wad of linen thread. It works, it's still good. We're just gonna tie a little bow. It just looks a mess. It went rolling all the way down, and I was trying, the more I was pulling it, the more it was going away from me and unraveling. So we will put another glue dot on his hat. And put his little bow there. We will add some dimensionals behind him, just 2's good enough. We will put some dimensionals on the back of the sentiment. Take these. That glue is sticking to my fingers. So we're gonna just put this little guy right down here. We'll put our sentiment over here. Kind of tuck it under there. Oh, my thing's coming undone. And now we're gonna add these sparkle gems. I want to push that tighter. So we're going to use the gems. We're going to use the large one first. And then we'll do 2 of the smaller ones. Just in a row. Like that. Now see, this one's sticking. I'm going to just push on it a little bit better. That other one keeps popping off. I don't know why. And then I don't know, the kids, they tie bows on their backpacks. So I thought, okay, let's tie a bow on the backpack. This one's bothering me because it keeps opening up. But we're going to use this ribbon. So, you know, since it's a one-sided ribbon, you tie your bow just like you would. But then when you get here, you're going to turn it. So then that way it'll come out on the same side like that. You're gonna have that little twist in there because you have to turn it to make your bow, but it'll be both on the same side like that. And so we'll get another glue dot, or 2. Sometimes I put 2, especially this is a heavier ribbon. And then we'll just put it right back here on the back of the backpack. And there you go. Here's our 2 backpacks. And I don't have another s'more pack, but they fit in here just like that. Again, I got those at World Market. We have one here in Albuquerque. And there's your little backpack. This one, my Velcro's not staying. But there you go. I hope you guys enjoy this project. I keep trying to push this tighter. I want to make it tighter. You can use the magnet, whatever you have. But here's our 2 projects. Don't forget to share my video. And I hope you enjoy the project. I will see you guys next week. Take care. Bye.